And here we are, once again, creeping around. Hotel Dusk / Last Window series. Alright, we are in Will's room that we're thinking is probably a little bit weird for a salesman. So let's see what's going on. Alright. Let's see, we already looked in here, right? Black case, looks like it's unlocked. Yeah, the photo camera. Oh, seems like there's something inside the camera. Okay. Wait. What the? Am I supposed to put in a date here? What was that date that we saw before? Shoot. It was 1942 something or other, right? I think it was 1942. Okay. Gotta be a way to do it right. Oh, was it his, shoot. 42069. Yes, that's it. I'll put that in and see what happens. Time to have another look. Was it in here? Or do we actually have his passport on us now? Yeah, we have Will's passport. Let's see. Oh, okay. It was November 28th, 1942. Okay, there. That is it. We couldn't even look at the camera before doing like the puzzle mode, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, black case. All right. So November 28th and 142. Right? Is that it? Okay. Is something supposed to happen? There's my truck door, but, nope. Okay. Wait. Oh! Oh! What's this? That did it. What's this? It's pretty tattered, but it looks like it was a postcard. It says Michael McGrath. Also, I can make out a signature on the edge. Michael McGrath. Wasn't he... Yeah, that's a familiar sounding name. I take the torn postcard. Why on earth would anyone want to stuff half a postcard from the hotel manager into this toy camera? I suddenly get a hint of a presence other than my own. But it's already too late. I feel the muzzle of a gun pressed up against my back. Oh, this is noir now. There's nothing I can do other than stay still in amazement. I hear a cold voice from behind me say, "What are you doing here?" Oh! Just having a look at your room. Do you mind? I needed to find out exactly who you were. What were you looking for in here? Speak up. If you want me to talk, how about putting the piece down? I'm a reasonable man, sure. Why not? The pressure on my back disappears. How did you get in here? The door was open, so I just came in. You're gonna have to do better than that. Unless, of course, you want me to put a bullet in you. Oh, it's getting... Wow, this just went from 0 to 60. It's the truth. This place was already open. Dylan left it that way after he came out. Dylan? What the hell? He said you'd asked him to take care of something in here before moving out. He used a spare key to get in. But being the numbskull he is, he left without locking up. Funny. I don't remember asking him to take care of anything. Maybe not, but it doesn't change the fact he was in here. If you don't believe me, take a trip down the hall and ask Charles. He saw too. He'll tell you exactly what I just did. Let's assume I believe you. For now, anyway. Maybe Dylan was... Was what? No, that can wait. The more pressing issue was what to do about you. I think I'll have you answer a few more questions. Let's start with what you did while you were sneaking around in here. You've twisted my arm. You sure you want me to say it all out loud, though? I mean, I think I've just about pieced it all together. Your secrets and such. Ha ha ha! Don't kid yourself. There's no way you know what I've been doing here. What? Nice try, I'm onto you. Nice try, I'm onto you. Oh, you are you? Well then, let's see just how much you think you know, shall we? For starters, I know what your real job is. You've been earning a pretty penny too, by all accounts. And what is it you think I've been doing to earn all this money? I know plenty more than that. I know all about the lies and deceit, too. Oh, and just what do you think I've been lying about? Simple. You faked your job. You're not really... No, you faked your whole identity, buddy. You're not actually Will White. You're Will McGrath. You faked your identity. What? I've got your number. You've got nothing, that's what. You don't have the first clue who I am. Oh, I got quite a few. Where did the banknotes come from? Where did the banknotes come from? Banknotes? And where did you come across something like that? You know damn well. In your safety deposit box. I looked in the safety deposit box. You did what? You opened the safety deposit box in my closet? Yeah, what's the matter? Surprised I got into it? There's no way you could have got that thing open. The only person who could possibly open it is me or the intended recipient. Your real name is Will McGrath. Will McGrath. Ridiculous. You already know my name. Come on, do you take me for an idiot? Your name's Will McGrath. Can you actually hear yourself? Have you got any proof to back up your outrageous claims? What about the passport? Take a look at this. That's my... Right, it's your passport. Let's do that again. Will McGrath, that's your real name after all. It is. Well done. That's me, Will McGrath. All right. What are you trying to... What are you trying to trade? I'm sorry. What are you trading in exchange for the banknotes? Must be something fairly significant for the price you've been paid. Save your breath. I've had enough of your damn prying. It's not going to be your day, then. My prying's just getting started. I love it. You've been pretending to live here in this apartment, but your real job means you have to creep around secretly at night. Am I wrong? You'd be wise not to cross me any further. You started this conversation, remember? Maybe it's going to take a bullet to shut you up after all. Yeah, I'll take a rain check on that. Besides, I doubt you've got the balls to shoot me right here in this place. That's what you think, is it? Think about it. If you shoot me here, how long is it going to take the other residents to come running? And I'm sure you aren't looking for any more publicity. Brave words for someone in your position. So anyway, now I've blown your cover, Mr. McGrath. What to do about it? Luckily for you, I'm not going to rat you out to the police. If you must know, I only snuck in here to find out something I've been investigating, in the hope of unveiling the truth. And I think you can shed some light on it. I see. Well, Mr. Hyde, would you care to share it with me? What exactly are you looking for? What do you mean by truth? That's easy. I want to know about 25 years ago. Once I found out you were Will McGrath, I realized that you were connected to the murder that happened 13 years ago. Me? Connected to a murder? How do you figure that? Because you're the victim's son. Because you're the victim's son. I'm afraid not. The victim of the murder 13 years ago, Kathy McGrath, was the manager's wife. Mr. McGrath's a common enough name. Just because we share it doesn't mean I'm related. You seem to enjoy jumping to conclusions. There's no jumping here. It's all based on evidence I have. If that's the case, please, show me. Let's see. A torn postcard. From Michael McGrath. Take a look at this. I opened up the toy camera inside your case. The postcard I found inside bore the name Michael McGrath, the same name as the husband of the victim, Kathy, 13 years ago. He was the manager of the hotel at the time. Why have you been hiding it? Now that you've shown me this, I suppose there's no sense in denying it. You're right, Mr. Hyde. I'm her son. Kathy McGrath, the victim of the murder 13 years ago, was my mother. It all makes sense now. Damn, I'd never have guessed you were related to the victim. No use in keeping quiet now. You may as well talk. What do you want me to say? Tell me everything. I want to hear exactly what you hope to gain from all this. I have no idea absolutely what you're saying. I live here under a false name, I'll grant you that. I'm a guy who does a job I'd rather the other tenants didn't know about. The same guy whose mother was murdered in the past. How's that for the truth? So now you know everything. What do you have to say? Wow, that was almost half convincing. You think I was born yesterday? There's no way in hell you've told me everything. Oh? Last chance. Spill it. What have you been doing in this building? What were you trying to gain by using me? Time for you to cut the bull and tell me the truth. Why are you living here in this building? What are you up to? Nothing. I'm just a tenant. I'm living here just like you are. You expect me to believe that? You're looking for the culprit. Yeah, you're looking for the culprit. The what? The case surrounding your mother's murder was never solved, so you're here trying to find out who the culprit is. Maybe I am. What of it? Some of what you're saying is close to the truth, but you're not quite on the money. Mr. McGrath, do not get cryptic with me. I'm not searching for my mother's murderer. I decided to live here after I found out who did it. Oh, he already knows. Mr. Hyde, you and I have shared very similar experiences. Both of us have had a parent murdered. Your father was killed 25 years ago, and my mother 13 years ago. Both cases remain unsolved. And what are you getting at? However, though our pasts are distinctly similar, we've adopted different approaches. You were once a detective, yet you chose not to look into your father's case. You've been living in a place that may still be able to shed light on things, but do nothing. You're not even trying to find the truth. And that's the reason I'm so angered by you. And the reason I chose to point you in the right direction. Are you for real? What gives you... So the order sheet was your doing, yeah. So the order sheet was your doing. That would be telling. Come on, you told me this much. No sense in stopping here. Which direction were you trying to point me in? That's simple. And what did you mean with what you just said now? You said we had distinctly different approaches to our respective pasts. Tell me what you meant by that. It's all about something that I possess, but you don't. A burning desire to get even with the person who is responsible. I'll not rest. Oh no. Until the person responsible for my mother's death has been made to pay. And until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny, Mr. Hyde. And since the justice system has failed in its attempts, I must get revenge. Alright, so who killed Kathy? The main person responsible is already dead, but their accomplice is still around. Their accomplice? Are you referring to... Oh! No, it's not Marie, it's Oh, he thinks it's Mrs. Patrice. He's the one sending the threatening letters. Maybe. Marie doesn't make sense because I don't think we've made that connection yet. Mrs. Patrice makes sense. Are you referring to Mrs. Patrice? Right, first time. I moved in here in order to be in a position to take my revenge on her. I originally intended to crush her throat with my bare hands. But then something appeared and got in the way of my plan. Wow, this guy's hardcore. What kind of revenge? I mean, you just said it. What kind of revenge are you planning? Wouldn't you like to know? Pitiful. Just pitiful. Now, Mr. Hyde. That hurts. So, you were just gonna use me to get your revenge and I'd be none the wiser? Yo, it's my boy Manlet Thorin. Hey, good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, you knew what I did on the side, so you sent me the order sheet, right? I found all the evidence I need to pin it on you in this very room. And what evidence might that be? Let's see. The letter set? Here's your evidence. It was you, wasn't it? You sent me the order sheet. Congratulations, Mr. Hyde. So we got him on that one. What about the, wait, is it gone? We gave him the newspaper too, I guess. Okay, well, never mind then. What kind of revenge are you trying to take? What kind of revenge are you planning? I want her to own up to her crimes and show me how repentant she is. Then do it yourself. Don't involve me in your dirty work. You still don't get it, do you? It's much more fun to have somebody else do it. You're sick, man. Spare me your moral posturing. You took the order willingly. No doubt you've been having the time of your life roving around the building, reliving your glory days. And it didn't take you long to realize something either. You realize that if you found the Scarlet Star that went missing 25 years ago, you'd be able to uncover the truth behind your own father's murder too. And how the hell did you know about that? What interest could you possibly have in my dad's murder? I heard about it, the incident from 25 years ago. Somebody working in the hotel at the time told me. Who told you? Are you referring to... is it... Told him... Wouldn't be... No, working at the hotel. Frank Raver wouldn't. Michael McGrath. Michael McGrath, your father? He told you, didn't he? Yes, that's right. My father told me the truth before he passed away 3 years ago. He helped me understand what exactly what happened on that day 25 years ago. Okay, so... His dad told him about this and set him on this path of vengeance. Okay. What got in the way? So you were just gonna flat out strangle Mags to death? What happened? What got in the way of your plan? I learned that my mother's murder was triggered by the incident 25 years ago. And I learned that that was due to the involvement of an organized crime syndicate. A crime syndicate? Yes, and not just any, one that you're very familiar with. Is it not just Condor? None other than Nile. Da da da! Oh ho ho! They're back! They're back! There we go. What did you just say? Nile were involved? They were indeed. How the hell do they come into what went on here? That's something I can't help you with, I'm afraid. All I know is that their involvement in the incident complicated matters. Okay, what happened 25 years ago? Be specific. What happened 25 years ago? A safe was broken into on the premises of Hotel Cape West. The item stolen was known as the Scarlet Star. The person who stole it was your father. What? Oh, yeah, it's the opening cutscene. The opening cutscene. Because, remember? It was, so that was Chris Hyde cracking a safe, and he got shot, and then it cut to a woman who was poisoned. So, yeah, the opening cutscene is all starting to come together. This is crazy. It's true. My father died 3 years ago, right after telling me everything he knew. It was the first time I was able to see the entire picture. So you didn't know before then? No. My father and I never really saw eye to eye. I left home as soon as I could. After that, the only time I met my father was at my mother's funeral. Later, he collapsed due to an illness, and the next time I saw him, he was dying. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. He was in a weakened state, and in need of my support. Before he'd drawn his final breath, he spoke to me. He told me he was sorry and that he had something he needed to say to me. He went on to inform me that a man called George Patrice had killed my mother. Oh, whoa. So, okay. Because, yeah, he's going after Mags. So, her husband murdered his mom? But why, though? There was no evidence, but he knew for a fact it was him. He was doxing all over him. Is he seriously trying to tell me that Mags' husband killed Kathy McGrath? He then thrust that torn old postcard into my hands and told me something else. That everything started 25 years ago when the Scarlet Star disappeared. This is the last thing he said. There was a man who stole the Scarlet Star from the hotel safe 25 years ago. He tried to tell me the name of the safecracker. He struggled to speak the words, but never made it. His final breath had been exhaled. He died a wretched and lonely old man. It wasn't the way he wanted to go. What happened then? After spending the time to look after my dying father, I had a sudden change of heart. Although previously I hadn't really cared for him, these new emotions changed that. Almost without noticing, I was clasping his cold, lifeless hand and making a promise. I promised I'd get to grips with the truth he imparted to me. Get to grips with? Yes. I'd find out everything and bring it to light. Make sure that all the circumstances surrounding my mother's death are known. I used the partial hints that my father had left with me and started to piece it together. I researched the building, the key players, and I learned that George Patrice was already dead, but that didn't deter me. I had to refocus my efforts on his widow, who had turned the hotel into apartments. Once I had uncovered that information, things got really interesting. I learned that the son of the person who cracked the safe 25 years ago lived there too. But how did you make the connection? How did you know that the person who cracked the safe was my dad? Do you really want to know? Well, here goes. The reason I knew was that he was in the same business as I am. I have my own very thorough means of finding out things like that. So he's a safecracker too? Jeez. And that's what you used to determine Niall's involvement too, right? Precisely. It has also proved useful when it helped me learn about the job you did behind the scenes. My methods were infallible. Chris Hyde's son lived in this very building, oblivious to the events of the past. It was priceless. It made me think. I had to find a way to make you start looking into things. And that's when you decided to send the order sheet. Right again. But it seems I underestimated you. Before you unearthed the truths behind Mrs. Patrice and the Scarlet Star, you discovered the truth behind me. Didn't you think it was bound to happen? What will you do now? It may sound a little boring, but nothing. You found me out so easily, after all. If I attempt to delve any further, I fully expect Niall to come knocking on my door. Niall? Yes, they've clearly left their mark on this building. If I even so much as try to uncover the facts behind their operation, I'm a dead man. Please don't misunderstand, Kyle Hyde. I'd like nothing more than to make them pay. But I realize the consequences, and I think it's time for me to release my grip. And you can live with that, can you? Certainly. As long as I'm alive, there's always a chance I can know the truth someday. That's the promise I made to my father. But for the time being, I value my life above all else. I see. The real question is, what are you going to do now? As long as that order remains valid, I'll do what I always do, and track the item down. An answer that does you credit. It's my job, after all. And the reward that waits for me at the end is more than enough to keep me going. As it should be. In any case, take this. Strange time to be giving gifts, wouldn't you say? I take the torn postcard. One more thing I forgot to mention. When my father thrust this into my hands, he told me that this was a vital clue to discovering the Scarlet Star. And that, Mr. Hyde, is all I can tell you. There he goes. Will leaves the room. Well, geez, okay. Bye. See you later. I hope, Niall isn't, like, right outside the door or anything. Charles, what happened to you? Charles, we need to have a talk. Huh? Yeah, Charles, I got some beef here. Is everything okay, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, just peachy. Yeah. Yeah. Please let me know when you're done with my room, Mr. Hyde. I do need to go back in at some point, but feel free to turn it over until then. Yeah, I'm just peachy. I was worried for a moment. You took the words right out of my mouth, kid. Did you manage to get away okay? Yes, just about. He came back while I was keeping watch. I didn't want him to see me, so I quickly made my way back to my room. Sorry. Don't worry, it was quick thinking. And besides, it's not like I could have hidden in his room. I guess you're right. I found out some useful information, though. You know the murder victim from 13 years ago? Turns out Will's her son. He is? He's not planning on coming back anytime soon, either. It's probably best if you just forget all about him. He's not the kind of guy you should be associating with in any case. I see. Thanks for all the advice. I'll steer well clear of him. Uh-huh. Charles moves away. Wait, no, Charles, don't move away. Stay here. It's an odd turn of phrase. So I finally discovered who sent me that order sheet. It was Will White. No, it wasn't. It was Will McGrath. Jeff Angel. I'd never have guessed he would have been behind it. All I can think about is finding the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. I think I know what I need to do. I think it's time I gathered my thoughts about all that's happened. All right. December 25th. Tony came to my room and gave me Rex's notebook. Written inside was a reference to Condor and a man called Jack Green. It said that they had both disappeared in 1967. Rachel kindly looked into the name Jack Green and found out that he was a reporter. Right. Jack Green worked as a reporter for a publication called Los Angeles Beat. Rachel discovered that he had unearthed certain truths about Condor and had been murdered before he could unveil it all publicly. After returning Sydney's record to him, we had a chat. This led me to want to talk to Mags regarding her late husband. Her husband, who was killed 13 years ago, went by the name of George. George Michael. He went by the name of George Michael. Right. He had faith. Mags's husband's name was George Patrice. He was the proprietor of several successful eateries around town. Mags went on to explain that he was killed during a robbery that took place 13 years ago. Once Mags and I had concluded our business, Rachel contacted my pager. I got her on the phone, then looked into the photos from the album on the 4th floor. I made the startling discovery of a certain person in one of the photos. That person was Mags. Right. It was none other than Mags I discovered in one of the photos. It was in a photo showing a party dubbed Scarlet Star. In it, she was wearing the necklace she still wears today. She looked a lot younger in that picture. From a photo and the 8mm film that Charles showed me, we noticed that Will White from room 306 appeared in both. Charles agreed to help me when I decided to go and get a closer look at his room. Thanks to the contents of the safety deposit box and the postcard inside the camera, I was able to discern a certain truth about Will. What was it I found out? He was using a false name. Right, I found out that his real name was Will McGrath. Turns out he's the son of the late manager of Hotel Cape West, Michael McGrath. The postcard and passport I uncovered inside his room proved it. After Will returned to his room, I put him on the spot to get some straight answers. He confessed to having been the one behind the mysterious order sheet I'd received. He went on to explain that the reason he sent it to me was because he was frustrated. Well, yeah. He wanted to avenge his mother's death. He wanted to possess the Scarlet Star. Okay. This one is not true. He didn't want to possess the Scarlet Star. He does want to avenge his mother's death in a way. The primary driver, though, is that he was frustrated with Kyle. Wait, not? No, that's not it. He was frustrated with me because I never found out about my dad's killer, but that wasn't the only reason he sent the order sheet. Okay, so it's the middle one then? Okay, well, the reason he sent it to me was because, okay, he wants to avenge... Right. He wants to avenge his mother's death. The reason he sent me the order sheet is because he didn't want his mother's murder to remain unpunished. Right, I get that. He also shared a new startling revelation with me about 25 years ago. The person who snuck into Hotel Cape West with the intention of cracking the safe and stealing the Scarlet Star was my dad. I could only stare dumbly at Will when he told me. Yeah, man. The truth that Will shared with me didn't reveal everything. But at least another of this building's mysteries has come to light. Why am I so keen on uncovering the truth behind what took place here 25 years ago? Thanks to him, I now have an outline that puts things into better perspective. Now I know for certain, if I search for the Scarlet Star, I will also find out the truth behind my dad's murder. In addition to those, I've also begun to consider something, that there's even more to this whole mystery than meets the eye. I have to uncover it all. I believe, what's this, transitioning into chapter 9? So, chapter 9 out of 10. So, yeah, we only got 2 chapters left, and then the game's done. Save your progress, yes. So, we are going into chapter 9 now, and the events of chapter 8 have appeared in the Last Window novel, written by Martin Summer. And here we go. December 26th, the day after Christmas. Chris Hyde. A person from the past. The truth of 25 years ago. Chapter 9, December 26th, 1980. December 26th. Today is the last Friday of the year. I didn't sleep very well at all last night. I get up early in the morning. I head straight to the bathroom and take a refreshing cold shower. That goes a little way towards clearing my head. After the shock of what that guy told me last night, I've managed to calm down a little bit. I leave the bathroom and take the towel I'd hung on my shoulder to dry my wet hair. I squat down in front of my speakers and take a record off the shelf. I mount the record on the turntable, and when I switch the player on, the record starts to spin. I place the needle carefully onto the top. The gentle, solemn sounds of a saxophone start drifting from the speakers. I move myself over to the bed, sit on the edge, and listen to the melody. That solemn sound that only a saxophone can deliver. For some reason, it makes my mind spring back to the words Will uttered to me last night. All I'm after now is the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. Then it dawns on me, the only one who can truly uncover all that happened is me. At that precise moment, I noticed that the turntable has come to a halt. The melody that had kept me in a trance has ended. I throw on some clothes. I get through 2 cups of black coffee as I lounge on the sofa. Suppose I better let Rachel in on what happened last night. I like that Kyle is still neat maxing despite the fact that he's got a job. He's just like, yeah, I got up, put on a record, I made myself some coffee and just sat on the couch and pondered life, looking into my lap for a while. Alright. Let's call Rachel. Mr. Hyde, can we talk? Says the door. Huh? That sounds like Dylan. What a bum. He needs to get out there and earn his whole $6. Yeah, I know. Hyde? Have you got another $6? Why not? What the hell does he want with me now? Hello? Dylan. Good morning. What do you want? Well, I've been so anxious to hear the next installment from last night. The next installment? Start making some sense or get out of here. You know, after you met me in front of room 306, what happened next? You met up with Mr. White, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. So, are you going to tell me about what you were so keen to talk to him about? No, it's got nothing to do with you. But I really want to know. Come on, you can tell me. Listen, Dylan. Why the hell are you so keen to know anyway? Well, that's simple. I'm curious. Curious? Yeah, right. Huh? Spit it out, Dylan. You're worried about what was said, aren't you? You were inside room 306. You were inside room 306, right? What are you trying to say, Mr. Hyde? I was only in there because of the maintenance Mr. White asked me to take care of. What maintenance? What maintenance? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I thought I told you the reason yesterday. He's so me. Yeah. I know. It's, Kyle's like living the life, right? Did he really ask you to take care of some maintenance? Let's see. Did he really ask you to take care of some maintenance, Dylan? Sure he did. Because he told me a different story, and it didn't include any maintenance. I'm telling you, he asked me. Why would Mr. White say something different to you? You've got to believe me. I was only in there because of the maintenance. Okay, what kind of maintenance was it? Huh? Oh no! It's the final boss. Here you are, Dylan. I've been looking for you. Mrs. Patrice? What can I do for you? Actually, it's about Mr. White in room 306. Did he move out already? He has a favor to ask you. Mrs. Patrice. Dylan, I want you to join me in my dance of death. Oh, hello there, Mr. Hyde. Are you having a good morning? What does Mr. White want? What does Mr. White want? He called me only a moment ago and asked. He's not coming back to this building, you see. So he asked if Dylan could remove his remaining things. Mrs. Patrice? Does that mean he's officially vacated his room? Yes, it would seem so. He was due to move out next week, but he told me something urgent had suddenly arisen. That's what he called me to say. But he seemed quite keen to get the message to you, Dylan. I'd like you to clear out the remainder of Mr. White's things and furniture. Also, please take care of any repairs and such that need doing. No problem. I'd better get started. Catch you later. Dylan hastily makes his exit. Well, hey, Mags, about your murderer, your husband. You want to tell me some more about that? I'm sure there'll be plenty more to be done as we draw closer to next week. It's going to be far busier than usual around here, that's for sure. Have you finalized your moving arrangements yet, Mr. Hyde? Please feel free to let me know as soon as you have. Sure, I'll tell you once it's all been sorted. I appreciate that you're busy with numerous other things, but please be sure to let me know what you're planning at your earliest convenience. I have to be sure everything has been accounted for before this place ceases to be. Don't sweat it. I'll let you know in good time. I've got some unfinished business to take care of first, though. Oh? Such as what? I have to find something. Find something? Did you lose something during your stay here? Well, something got lost, all right, but it wasn't mine. But the fact remains, if it's going to be found, I need to be the one to find it. Can you share with me what it is you're looking for? Listen, Mrs. Patrice, there's actually something I need to ask you about the thing I'm looking for. You need to ask me? Yes. Can you spare a few minutes? I'm not sure I want to, Mr. Hyde. You're acting very oddly indeed. What are you plotting? Don't worry, I've got no nasty surprises in store for you. Just a couple of questions. He is Columboing her. Come on, hey, come back with me. I just got a couple questions. One more. It's pretty important to me, so I'd be grateful if you could spare me some time. There's no use in hiding it, Mr. Hyde. I've already heard from Dylan. Hiding it, Mr. Hyde. Oh, I get it. I know what you've been up to. What? Dylan ratted me out? What's Dylan been saying? If Dylan was the same age he is, like 30 years from now, he would be a very different person. I don't think he'd be a maintenance man. I think he'd be a Reddit mod. He told me that you used to be a detective, and that although he doesn't know why, you've been snooping around on the 4th floor. He told you that, did he? Now listen to me, Mr. Hyde. I don't know what your purpose is, or what you're looking for, and I have no intention of making you tell me. All I want is to leave this place quietly and peacefully. That's why I'm going to ask you nicely. I've been honest with you up until now and have answered all your questions. I think I've been more than helpful to you. But please refrain from asking me anything further. I have nothing more to say to you. Okay, you got plenty to... Yeah. Oh, we're going straight for the jugular here. You got plenty to say, and don't try to deny it. I'm telling you I haven't. Even if you have nothing to say to me, trust me, I've got plenty to say to you. I got questions to ask and things to tell you. Things to tell me? And what kind of things might they be? So you're listening now? I have a message from a member of Kathy McGrath's family. I beg your pardon, but I'm sure you're not interested. That's right, I'm not. Okay, Mr. Hyde, I give in. I can spare some time to talk with you. I'll fit in with you, so just let me know when it's good. Shall we say this afternoon at 4 in my room? It's a date. Okay, I'll expect you then. Mags leaves. 4 p.m. in Mags's room, huh? I better make a note of that. Wouldn't want to be late. Huh? It's a phone. Is it coming from my room? Says it's my dad. But my dad is not a phone. What? Okay, let's go answer. Hello. Hey, Rachel. Morning, sweetie. Good news. What is it? You'll see after you've heard this voice. I'll pass you over. Hyde, it's Ed here! Ed. Why so surprised? It's just Rachel told me you wouldn't be out until the weekend. Yeah, well that's what they told me at first. But I can't stand that damn place. Besides, I figured there's no way you and Rachel would last 5 minutes on your own. So I blew the doc's mind by making a miraculous recovery.
Lucky for you, huh?
Well, I'll tell you this for free. We're not so dumb that we can't take care of the place without you, you know.
You don't have the first idea about how this place runs. If I left it to you two, I'd be out of business in no time. Especially with a lazy bum like you in charge.
Wait, why would Kyle get an instant promotion to the head? He got fired like 3 days ago.
Anyway, it's all thanks to you, Hyde. I was so worried about how this place would work without me, I couldn't even die in peace.
Yeah, well, glad you're still in the land of the living, Ed.
Not exactly the greeting I was expecting, but hey.
It's good to hear your voice.
Now's not the time to start getting all soft, okay? How's the search for that item coming along?
I know who sent me the order sheet. Turns out he's been living here under a false name. He's the son of Kathy McGrath, who was murdered here 13 years ago.
Related to the victim, huh? But that doesn't explain how he knew what you got up to behind the scenes.
His name's Will McGrath. By day, he pretends to be a salesman, but actually, he's a lone thief. He claims he has contacts that can provide him with all sorts of information. He even knew about my dad.
Impressive. What did he know about him?
He said that Dad broke into Hope Cape West 25 years ago, with the intention of stealing the Scarlet Star.
He what?
This is what he told me. The incident 13 years ago, and the one 25 years ago. He said they're both connected to Nile.
But why did he send the order to you?
He said he wanted to try and encourage me to take an interest in those incidents. He found it hard to believe that I wasn't looking into the truth behind Dad's death.
Go on.
Before he left, he gave me a clue to help me find the Scarlet Star.
So where does that leave you now, Hyde?
I'm gonna find out the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. To do that, I need to continue looking for the missing item. Once I find the Scarlet Star, I have to deliver it to complete the order. Then I'll claim my reward of the truth of 25 years ago.
I see. Then do what you gotta do and keep searching. And don't stop until you've uncovered everything.
That's the plan.
I'm gonna pass you back to Rachel.
Hello. Rachel. Keep an eye on him. Don't let him push himself too hard. I've got to concentrate on finding this item, so I'll leave Ed to you. Sure thing, Kyle. Before you go, I've got an update for you. You asked me to get hold of the last article written by Jack Green. Well, I managed to get it for you. What did it say? It's titled The Truth Behind Condor. It was meant to be an ongoing piece, but ended after the first part was published. At the end of the article, the following appears. There's a gigantic void behind the organized crime syndicate known as Condor. Condor has managed to evade justice, thwart police investigations, and successfully sell their stolen wares. But it seems unlikely that the group could have accomplished any of this with no outside assistance. There's no doubt in this writer's mind that an as-yet undisclosed force has been operating in the shadows behind Condor. Without this force, Condor would not exist. The next part of this article will expose the identity of this shadowy force. And that's where the article stops. A force operating in the shadows behind Condor. I take it you've heard about the recent jewelry thefts, right? Yeah, there's even been some near here. This series of thefts seems to bear all the marks of those carried out by Condor. So they say. There's going to be a TV news special showcasing the recent ones on at 11. I see. Anyway, that's all I can offer you for now. I'll be in touch if I find out more. A new show about the thefts resembling those of Condor. Sounds like the kind of thing I should watch.
Yeah.
It's 11, I better get to work. Alright, let's go watch. Let's go watch TV. Suppose I better switch on the news. Let's see. No. The old cartoon, Pinky Rabbit. Here we go. It's time for 5 News. Today we examine the recent spate of jewelry robberies occurring all over the city. A store owner has provided us with an interesting eyewitness account. Who is this mysterious woman that appears on the scene before every robbery? 5 News, as always, is hot on the heels of any lead. The day before the robbery occurred, a woman that I had never seen before entered the shop. That's a woman? I assumed she was just a customer, but she didn't seem to be interested in any items, and just wandered around the shop, looking around. I couldn't see her face due to the black hat and sunglasses she wore. Oh, that's not a woman. Whoa. I couldn't see her face due to the black hat and sunglasses. Oh, man. This goes all the way back to the beginning of the whole game. When we were, like, coming in after like, Kyle was walking around. After Kyle got fired and he was coming home, he saw a woman in a black hat and sunglasses walk past. Whoa, a black hat and sunglasses. There was one other distinguishing feature. She wore a ring. Yes, a diamond ring. It was very noticeable. The diamond was flanked on both sides by wait a minute. By rubies. A diamond ring. It was unmistakable. But we thought she was one of our richer customers, so we paid it no heed. Here we have an artist's rendering of the mystery woman. The most obvious features are the wide-brimmed black hat and large sunglasses. She is also wearing a distinctive diamond ring. That woman. There are reports of this same woman appearing at the other robbed stores. Ah! Could this woman be the key to solving these cases? The LAPD are making her arrest their top priority. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off. The woman in the hat who appears before a theft. Yeah, oh, I'm sure that's the same one that I passed just outside this building. Which means that she lives here, which means, a diamond ring. I wonder who was trying to get... Marie? Marie is the woman? But why? Surely she couldn't be... Wait, is Rex Foster right? Is this total Foster vindication? Is the Vulture right? Oh no. He's gonna drain all the life force out of Spider-Man and there's nothing we can do to stop him. Alright, well... that would be an interesting twist. That, like, the easily sleazy, nasty guy is actually right. Yeah, common Vulture W there. I hear the sound of a door close from somewhere nearby. Huh? Okay. Thanks. That's helpful. Is it Tony? Tony? Not the slightest buzz of activity. Oh, I get the joke. Is that? I can hear the sound of footsteps. It sounds like somebody's coming. Oh, Tony! Tony! Hey, Hyde! You're just in time! In time for what? Did you notice anybody come up here just now? No, I didn't see anyone. Seriously? I could have sworn somebody did. That's pretty weird. Hey. Did you see? You're the only thing that's weird. Just neg him. Just any chance you get, just neg Tony. I love it. No, did you see somebody? Did you see somebody? Yeah, I sure did. It was that woman. That woman. Which woman? Yeah, let's ask that. As opposed to that man. Which woman would that be, Tony? You know, that woman. The one who was hanging around by the door last week with the hat. Her? Oh, there she is. We're gonna get the flashback. That's who I saw coming in here just now. You sure it was her you saw? Positive! Not that it matters now. I've lost her. One thing's for sure, though. She went up the stairs just ahead of me. You're sure you didn't see her? Anything at all? Not a thing. Then she just disappeared. Anyway, I don't have time to waste on this. I better split. Yeah, what about that $1,000 I gave you, Tony? What are you spending it on? The woman in the hat. Maybe it's who I think it is after all. But why is she involved? Well, let's go knock on her door. Which I'm going to, like the super genius detective I am, try to remember what room it is she lives in. 206. Okay. Marie Rivet is in 206. Okay. There we go. Who's there? I hear Marie's voice ring out from inside the room. It's me, Kyle. Ah, Mr. Hyde. Open the door. We need to talk. Hold on, I'll be right there. All right. Yes. What can I do for you? How did your insurance claim go? Are you all set to move out? Let's ask about the insurance claim, because that makes sense. I've had something on my mind since we last spoke. How did your insurance claim go? My insurance claim? Yeah, I just really wanted to know. I've been curious about Rex, too. Has he been bothering you at all lately? Are you worried about me, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, kind of. Well, in that case, you'd better come in then. That's why I sold you that doorknob. The special doorknob. I must thank you, Mr. Hyde. Thank you for caring enough to come and ask how I'm doing. Yeah, I just felt like the right thing to do. Didn't want to leave without knowing, you know? This is... I have no ulterior motives whatsoever for doing this. Quite the gentleman all of a sudden. Well, anyway, how's the moving preparations going? It's going well so far. So good. I'm thinking about throwing most of this stuff out. I see. Does that mean the insurance money has come in as planned? It has, yes. Liar! Actually, just this morning, the company called to tell me that they'll pay out. It's a really big weight off my mind. So Rex's investigation is closed? I don't know. I haven't heard anything regarding the results. But the insurance company has already said they'll be paying out, so I guess it's okay. So it would seem. Is something the matter, Mr. Hyde? It just strikes me as odd. What does? Well, if the insurance company is happy to pay you the money, then that must mean that Rex's investigation painted you in a positive light, which just seems strange to me. You think it's strange that they agreed to pay me? Well, yeah, kind of. He's on their payroll, and his services don't come cheap. Typically, cases that he looks into go badly for the people trying to claim. Really? I didn't know that. Listen, Marie, you wouldn't be hiding anything from me, would you? What are you implying, Mr. Hyde? I thought we agreed that I'd told you everything. I'm not so sure it really was everything, though. In particular, the part about the woman in the hat.
Oh, we're getting right to it.
What?
Oh.
Huh? Someone's at the door. Back in a moment.
Runs away. Oh! The vulture has arrived! Look at that guy. Look at that Chad stance there. I love it. Just... Oh, man. This is great.
Rex. Well, if it isn't ex-Detective Hyde, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. We both know I don't need to answer your questions. I'm here to see Marie, not you. Me? What do you want with me? I'd like to know exactly what you did. This morning, the insurance company told me to cease my investigation into you. They what? And now I'd like to know why. I'm not leaving here until you tell me. What makes you think I'd know? Oh, you know, all right. I'm sure of it. I want to know exactly how you managed to squirm your way out of this one. Maybe I should tell you what I think happened. And you don't want that. Tell me exactly how you got the company to drop their investigation. I'm sure it'll provide some entertainment for Mr. Hyde here, too. Marie? Mr. Hyde, Hey, where are you going? Marie makes for the door and escapes.
I thought so. Marie!
Hyde. I'm not sure what brought you here today, but before you two start planning a wedding, there are a few things you might want to know first.
But then you just leave? Who does that?
I leave the room and go after Marie.
As did Rex, I guess. I love it.
Huh? It sounds like the elevator.
I love it, just like,
There's some things you might want to know.
and then leaves. Alright, elevator.
Looks like it stopped at the roof.
Alright, let's go.
Let's use the elevator.
The roof.
I push the button for the roof.
Yeah, because we got Silent Hilled out of the out of going up the regular way. It's all like covered in boxes and not creepy wheelchairs though.
Where's Marie got to?
Here she is.
I'd recognize that pink sweater anywhere. Marie.
Aha. We got the dramatic music again.
Why did you run out like that? I was scared of him. Scared of him. Why? Because... What does he have on you? I don't know. Come on, Marie, tell me. Sorry, Mr. Hyde, I can't. I've been keeping something from you. What? I just can't bring myself to tell you. I just can't. Please, Mr. Hyde, just leave me alone.
Okay. I guess we just leave her alone? Let's go back and see what happens. Is Kyle gonna be all like,
wait a minute.
Let's see. I guess we're just gonna leave? I feel a bit rudderless here, but is Rex gonna be on the first floor? Maybe we can go see Rex. Did he go to the cafe? Maybe he just planting some more bugs for old time's sake. Let's see. Anybody in Lucky's? I do not see any Rexes. Hey, Sydney. Hi there, Mr. Hyde. Can I get you anything?
Not just now.
Suit yourself. Did Kyle even eat breakfast? Would Kyle be hungry if he skipped breakfast? How would he feel? Oh, there's Rex. Do you think Kyle would have an answer to that? Okay, here we go. I think he would.
Hey, you again. You're not trying to tell me you still don't understand what that woman's about. Guess I'll just wish you the best of luck with that one.
Thanks, Rex. That's super helpful. Yeah, you standing there aura farming. I like it. Just stop. Anyway. Let's go, Can we just go into her room and just snoop around?
I probably shouldn't just go right in, but... I got no choice if I'm gonna get through to Marie.
That's right. The patented hide, just break in and start looking at stuff maneuver. Though we did do this once before with when we were looking for her ring.
This photograph is of a young gentleman flashing a charming smile. On the chest of drawers is a photograph of a young woman. There's a painting of a lake on the wall. Looks like a watercolor. The chest of drawers looks like it's undergone some repair work. Various makeup bottles are set in front of the mirror. Yep. Marie keeps her mirror clean and shiny. The dresser's fixed in place, but it still feels a bit unsteady on its legs.
Okay. Funk provoker there. What about anything in here?
I think I'll have a poke around in the closet. Several boxes of women's shoes are cluttering up the closet. Many such cases, am I right? There's something at the back.
What is it?
There's a dark gray jacket scrunched up at the back of the closet. Looks just like the one the mysterious woman was wearing. This looks like one piece of proof. Now to look for more.
Yeah.
Shoes look pricey. How many pairs of shoes does a dame need anyway?
That's what I'm talking about. Blue lid.
Can't see a price tag. I bet those shoes were expensive.
Kyle's just fixated on the shoes.
Looks like there's a box on top of the closet. It's too high for me to reach, though.
Really? Is there something we could use? Oh yeah, we have the ring on us, actually. That they mentioned in the article. Oh boy. What else we got going on here? Let's see.
Nothing stands out about her stove except for how clean it is. All the crockery is in neat little piles. The doors ain't in great condition, but they're clean as can be. The refrigerator's making an awful racket. Hey, it's my face. Good to know I'm not a vampire.
I think he said that before, but it's still goofy. I love it.
I'm glad I'm not a vampire.
Are you, though? Okay.
See, there's a sketch on the room table.
Okay, what's this?
The cookies in the box are from a pretty well-known company. Marie must have left this dress and sewing box here.
What's this?
There's some thin pink thread in the sewing box. Not really my color. The sewing box is made of wood. There's an elaborate floral pattern engraved on it.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, what is our quest? Is this find a small thing to stand on simulator now? 2010? Let's see. What about the little... What about this?
There's a cloth-covered stool in front of the dresser. Okay, now to put this to good use.
There we go. I take the stool and put it in my pocket. He did. I love it. All right, let's use the stool on the box, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna throw the stool at the box, which is gonna make it fall down.
Using this here isn't gonna be all that helpful.
Oh, come on. Use the stool on the dresser?
Right, I'll place the stool here.
Okay, thanks. There we go.
There's a box on top of the closet. I wonder what's inside.
Oh, a blue envelope, sunglasses, and a hat.
Interesting. These are the hat and sunglasses that woman was wearing.
Sure are.
I take the hat and sunglasses.
What about this?
What's this envelope? There's no name written on the envelope, but the enclosed letter reads, "Come to the jewelry store at 1800 wearing the appointed attire. As long as you follow the instructions, your identity will be safe. There's no use trying to escape either. We're in control." So this is the kind of letter Marie was getting.
So she's being blackmailed?
I take the threatening letter. Right. Time to make Marie sing.
It's so noir, I love it.
Gonna rattle her cage a bit.
Alright, let's go. Alright, bullying widows simulator. Breaking and entering simulator. Alright, open it up. All that time and money she spent a whole $3 on that secure doorknob I sold her, and then probably took all that time to set it up and nothing. I just get it anyway. Roof.
Push the button for the roof.
Huh? She gone. Oh no.
Where's Marie got to? She must be around here somewhere.
Okay. There she is. Thanks. Why? Did they do that? So, okay. This is here's my game theory. My game theory is that in playtesting, they had playtesters come up here, and there probably wasn't something, and they got confused about where Marie was at. The problem that they didn't address is that I didn't see, as I'm looking out here, a line made of pure yellow that points straight to her. That is a readability and accessibility fail. It's not my fault either. It is bugged visual novel mechanics. Also, we haven't hit the sub goal yet. I will put my jacket on if you give me enough. Anyway,
these are heavy doors and they're locked tight. I'm not getting in. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen them open.
They need to tighten up the graphics on level 3. Yeah, on the roof level. Hey, tighten up those graphics, will you? All right. Hey, that was the thing that Mila was looking at, but Mila's not here. Let's talk to Marie.
There you are. Look, Mr. Hyde. It's okay, Marie. I know. What do you know? I know what you've been hiding. I know what you've done. The woman in the hat who always makes an appearance before the robberies? That's you, isn't it?
What?
Who put you up to it? Was it the same people who sent you the threatening letters?
Mr. Hyde, you have no right to accuse me of anything. Besides, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Listen, Marie. The game's up. As I told you, I know everything.
Mr. Hyde.
Before you ask me for proof, how's this?
How about this? Take that! The hat and sunglasses.
I found these inside your room.
You what?
They were hidden inside a box on top of your closet. Care to explain what you're doing with them?
They're what? And then the threatening letter.
I found this letter inside your room.
Oh no.
The letter contains
instructions for you to follow a threat you made to somebody. No, instructions.
The letter contains instructions for you to follow. How the hell did you get yourself into this mess?
Okay, let's talk. Or is there anything else? Rex's notebook? Is that it? The notebook? Mr. Hyde, would you stop getting distracted? I thought you wanted to talk to me. Oh, is it her ring? You have to show her the ring? The ring. Yeah.
This is your ring, right?
How did you get that, Mr. Hyde?
Betty gave it to me to return to you. Now would be a good time to talk to me, Marie.
Why would you sell something so valuable?
Why would you sell something so valuable? And while we're on the subject, the woman in the hat and sunglasses who appears before the robberies, why does she wear a ring just like yours?
I don't know.
Or maybe you would just like to tell me about the condor engraving on the base?
That's... Yeah.
There's no use trying to hide it anymore, Marie. Come clean and tell me.
I can't, Mr. Hyde. Not to you.
Why not?
Because there's no going back if I do. Not for me, anyway. You really don't want to hear what kind of person I truly am.
Do you remember what you said to me, Marie?
What I said to you?
Yeah, you said that when your brother died 13 years ago, people doubted your side of the story, and it made your life miserable. You went on to say that you believed I would understand what you meant. You remember what I told you then? I said that if anything happened, no matter what, you could talk to me about it.
Yes, I remember. How could I forget? And I truly wish I could tell you. But please, Mr. Hyde, please, stop asking me to talk. Why won't you listen to me when I say I can't? I really can't tell you, of all people. You can't know.
Come on, Marie. If you don't reveal your secret, then sooner or later somebody else will.
Perhaps.
Marie, do you understand the gravity of the situation? You need to get out while you can. I appreciate that the people ordering you about are intimidating you, but...
Of course, I understand. And that's precisely why I can't tell you anything.
Marie. Suddenly, Marie moves away from me and heads towards the roof's edge. Oh, no! Marie, what are you doing?
If only I'd met you earlier, Mr. Hyde. If I'd been able to tell you everything I've been keeping to myself, maybe things would have turned out very differently. I really don't know what to do anymore. It's hopeless. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde.
What? Marie! Get down from there!
Keep back. What do I do? What? Oh, wait a minute. Is it like... We don't... Wait. She said I told you to stay away. Oh, hang on a second. Let me close the lid to my DS. I think that's what I gotta do. Ah! Got her! Gotcha! So, I just physically closed the lid to my Nintendo 3DS, and that fixed it.
Marie!
Mr. Hyde.
Looks like I seriously underestimated what an idiot you were. If you wanted my help, why didn't you just ask?
How could I have done that? After all, I'm the only one who knows how terrifying those people can be.
Marie. What? Who do you mean by those people? Oh man, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make any jokes. I'm not gonna make any jokes. Draw your own conclusions. Oh man. Oh. They really put the Frighteners on you, huh? What? The Frighteners? Like the Peter Jackson movie? Let's see. What do you mean by those people?
What do you mean by those people?
I mean,
I knew what my brother and husband had done.
Ah.
I found out the truth behind their deaths, too. That's why I have to do what those people say. If you want an example of just how powerful they are, they're the ones who put an end to the insurance company's investigation. They are responsible for me receiving the insurance payout, Mr. Hyde. It was kind of a reward for doing what I was told.
Okay. What had your brother and husband done? Were they in on the thieves?
What had your brother and husband done? Well, as you know, they were both working at the hotel, but that was a cover for helping with the secret fencing operations that went on there.
Fencing operations?
Yes, they were selling stolen jewelry. The items to be sold were first brought into the hotel. Then potential buyers would follow and, if interested, would pay for the goods in cash. Seems that Mike and Peter were willing to do anything if it made them money. And that included removing dead bodies and making evidence disappear.
Oh, wow.
Even the ring that I got from Mike was one of the spoils from a successful job. Oof. I thought their deaths were accidents? Yeah, we thought about this earlier. Like, because that was why Rex thought it was weird that both her brother and her husband died in very similar car accidents. I thought your husband and brother were killed in accidents. That's what the police believed. But of course, they knew differently. Oh my gosh. Since my husband and brother had served their purpose, they were to be disposed of. When Mike died, and I received an insurance payout and married Peter, and when Peter's business failed and he died in an accident, all of it was orchestrated by them. That's what they told me. Okay. Do you know how I discovered the truth about Mike and Peter? It all started when I moved into these apartments. As I searched the things I brought with me, I found my husband's insurance policy. I decided to claim the money specified within, and so I contacted the company. Very soon after I'd done so, the call started from the people in charge. I received phone calls and letters. Even people I'd never met before began to pay me visits. As time passed, I slowly began to piece together the truth. It had finally dawned on me what my husband and brother were involved in. It wasn't long before they decided I could be of use to them as well. So up until then, you really had no idea what your husband and brother had been up to? I didn't have a clue, but I knew something was going on when Mike came home after work one day. He had this horrible wound and his clothes were bloody. I asked him time and again to tell me how it happened, but he refused to explain. He looked up at me with this sad face and told me that he had a secret to bear. One that I couldn't know. He said if I didn't promise to let it remain a secret, he'd have no choice but to leave. He never did tell me. He took that secret to the grave. When I married Peter, he made me make him the same promise. And just like Mike, he took it to the grave. Maybe not letting me know was their way of expressing their love for me. At least, that's what I wanted to believe after I was told the truth. The truth is difficult to take in, isn't it, Mr. Hyde? They told me that I had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, that it was my fate, that my life literally belonged to them. This is precisely the reason why I avoided making any friends here. At first, I even started to believe that the reason that man Rex was here was to spy on me at their request. Marie, who could possibly have the reach to do all this? Who the hell are they? Niall. Oh, it's Niall again. Did you say Niall? Yes. At least that's the name they use when they refer to themselves. I'm glad that they announce themselves. Like, hello, Mrs. Rivet. This is Niall again with your regularly scheduled threat. See. Oh, he's there. Oh, look at that guy. Look at... Oh my gosh. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop being so cool. Look at that. Rex. So that's how it is, huh? You were listening in on us? Yep. Every last word. Shocking stuff indeed. It's almost impossible to believe that Niall have got you under their control, too. You know about Niall? If I didn't, you think I'd have bothered taking on your case? It's them I'm interested in, not you and your insurance policy. Rex, enough games. What are you really after? You could say I'm looking for the last piece of the puzzle. Forgive me, I've been somewhat inundated with puzzles lately. You'll have to be more specific. Like, little counter Chad there, just like, I got so many puzzles, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, quit interrupting and I'll tell you. It's the puzzle that he left behind, and which I've been trying to solve all this time. In fact, I've been piecing it together ever since he died 13 years ago. Oh, he. Who the hell is he? I bet Rex couldn't figure out the electrical panel. That's right. Do you think Rex has the power of Zawaldo? No, of course not. Are you talking about Jack Green? Yeah, he's talking about Jack Green, isn't he? Not George Patrice.
Are you talking about Jack Green? The guy you used to work with? How do you know about him? I got my own sources. I also know about the piece he wrote concerning Condor and its true identity. So I guess you've pretty much worked it all out then, huh? You know that he was murdered and all.
Murdered?
Just as I suspected.
So he was murdered after all. Okay.
So Jack Green was murdered after all? That's right. Of course, it was made to look like an accident, but he was murdered, all right. So, Hyde, have you pieced it together? Can you guess who's behind it all yet? Sure I can. It was
Niall.
Niall. Well, give the man a round of applause.
I like that Condor is the other one. It's like, pay attention.
Niall has been behind Condor all along.
What? You mean the goofily named shadowy organization from this game is actually a front for the goofily named shadow organization from the previous game? Oh my goodness.
Make no mistake, it was Niall that got him in the end. Jack Green was poised to expose the link between Niall and Condor, but Niall got wind of this and decided to silence him for good. That's what you're implying, right? That's the outcome of his actions, at least, yes. But there's more, much more, that only he and I knew, a disturbing truth.
Okay. What do you mean by a disturbing truth?
What do you mean by a disturbing truth? The crime syndicate known as Condor began operating in the LA area. Oh, must be as far back as 25, maybe 26 years now. The LAPD figured out that Condor was behind all the robberies that had been happening, but due to a distinct lack of material evidence, was never able to pin anything on them. They chose their targets and conducted their sales with such meticulous attention to detail that their crimes went virtually undetected by the police department. Condor always kept itself a few steps ahead, resulting in the LAPD coming up with squat. You understand, right, what I'm getting at here? Sure I do. So you're suggesting there was an informant working from inside the LAPD? That's what we figured. With nothing that would enable a case to be built against them, the robberies continued. That is until 13 years ago, when they simply dropped off the face of the earth. But then my friend Jack Green was dead, and Hotel Cape West had closed down for good. After Jack died, I kept on after Condor, questioning and collecting information. But all that Jack had tried hard to uncover was buried and no longer news. I tried in vain to make the media listen to me, but the results were always the same. I wrote an article about Jack's death being the work of a criminal group, but, of course, it was branded a work of fiction, and my name was mud. I'd been driven out of the profession. But they underestimated my determination. I wasn't about to roll over and play dead. I wasn't going to let Jack's death be for nothing. I made it my mission to find and uncover the real crooks behind all the wrongdoing.
Okay. What do you mean by the real crooks? Yes. Who are the real crooks?
The real crooks? Yeah, you didn't think Niall was operating by itself, did you? Make no mistake. If Niall continues to have the power and influence it does, it's only because there are so many people who use Niall to further their goals. Each and every one of them connected to Niall behind the scenes, yet hiding in plain sight, perverting the course of justice.
Okay.
Hyde, I haven't forgotten when you compared me to an annoying fly, you know? That really hurt. It hurt my feelings deeply. I want you to apologize. But you're right, I've spent my life endlessly buzzing amongst filth. No matter how much people try to bat me away, I just won't give up. Well, I got news for you. That's how I've been forced to live since Jack died. But even someone like me has values, things that drive them to keep going. In my case, there's one thing I've never let slip away. Oh yeah, and what might that be? Persistence, Hyde. I absolutely will not rest until I finally uncover the truth, and also inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I made a promise when Jack died. I vowed that whatever the truth turned out to be, And however unbearable it was, I wouldn't look away. I'd make sure the entire world learned of it. I think it's about time you told me exactly why you've been investigating Marie Brevet. Well, both her brother, Mike, and late husband, Peter, were involved with Condor. And they both died in similar car accidents to Jack. There was no doubt in my mind that Marie was directly connected to Niall. I became obsessed with finding out why they'd seemingly let her go and disappeared. I was convinced that they must have been up to something behind the scenes. The thing that surprised me most, though, Hyde, was that somebody like you was living in this building. Jack had spent considerable time investigating your father. According to his research, the man whose body was found in the parking lot 25 years ago was in league with Condor and was bumped off because he knew the truth about Niall. What did you say? You think my dad was working for Condor? Jack seemed to think so, or at least that's what he wrote in his notebook. But like so many other things, there was no concrete proof to back up his theories. One undeniable fact was that when your father was killed, the elusive Scarlet Star diamond that Condor had stolen went missing, vanishing without a trace. The Scarlet Star. Hyde, Niall is resurrecting the Condor name using Marie. I'm sure there's some kind of ulterior motive behind it. I got nothing yet, but rest assured, I'll get to the bottom of this if it kills me. Marie? Yes? We won't be seeing each other after today. I'll no longer be hanging around keeping tabs on you. I'll leave you with this piece of advice. Get yourself out of this town. Do it as soon as you can.
I just can't leave. And even if I do you think Niall's gonna forget about me?
Not without my help.
What do you mean?
Come on. How do you think I've stayed alive this long while looking into them? Even an annoying fly like me has a few survival tricks up his sleeves. If you want a fighting chance of getting away, be at Union Station at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll wait for 10 minutes. If you don't show up by then, I'll be gone.
Right.
This is the last I'll be seeing of your ugly mug too, Hyde. I'll hold back the tears.
Love it.
What are you gonna do now?
Like you need to ask. I'll find something to keep me occupied around here, trust me.
Always the joker. I've tried. But I just can't work you out, man. After all, what would an annoying fly know anyway?
Man, he's really fixated on that. It's like, gets called annoying fly once, can't let it go.
See you around. Hey, Rex. What now? I've got something for you. Ah, I see.
The notebook.
So you did have it. I thought as much. You mean you noticed it was gone? Of course I did. What do you take me for? Anyway, I'm out of here.
Look at that guy. This Chad, like, hip strut.
Rex gets into the elevator and leaves the roof.
Cool. Marie, got anything else to say?
Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I need some time to think. You heard what he offered me, though, right? Besides, nobody knows what will happen from now. Maybe I've got a chance.
You think you're gonna be alright by yourself?
Mr. Hyde?
Yeah?
I'll be just fine. I'm a lot stronger than I look, you know. And one more thing. Thanks for listening to me. I honestly thought I'd never be able to open up to anyone. That is, until you came along. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde.
Marie gets into the elevator and leaves the roof. Marie. It's my pager.
Uh-oh.
I better head back to my room.
Alright, we'll do the pager call and then probably wrap for tonight. Let's see what Rachel has to say to us. Alright, well, man, that was a lot of very quick revelations all at once, but So Nile was behind everything. Condor was a shell organization. We're still missing the B word. The B to the rad to the Lee. What's he got to do with this? Because you know he's involved somehow, right? What? What's this? Say what now? Dylan. Why is Dylan over here? Hey. Oh, Mr. Hyde. What do you want? Nothing much. Well, it must be something, or you wouldn't be hanging around outside my room. Steady on, I'm not up to anything, he said Britishly. I'm just taking care of some maintenance. I thought it would be a good time to check the second floor doors. I see. So anyway, Mr. Hyde, what was that all about just now with Rex? I saw, you know. He's a shifty character. I saw him head up to the roof in the elevator. Yeah, what else did you see? What did he want up there? You know, stuff. I love it. But you know what he did before he headed up to the roof? I do. He took a trip to room 206, Marie's place, that's what. Don't you think it's a little strange? In my opinion, they're into something together. I got better things to do than listen to your crap, Dylan. I couldn't care less what Rex wanted up there on that roof. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure you're actually quite interested. Yeah, and when did you become a psychologist? I'm the only psychologist therapist around here is me, Dylan. I'm sure because you were up there too until just now. How could I possibly believe you're not interested until after seeing that? Uh-huh. Yeah, there we go. Look, Dylan. I just want to know, what happened up there? Rex won't be coming around. Marie's being threatened. And let's not talk about Niall. Rex won't be coming around. Rex won't be coming around here anymore. That's what he said right before he left. Not a lie. Really? You're right about me being up there too. He and I were putting the record straight. That's when he told me that he won't be showing his face around here again. Yeah. Ooh, does that mean he got what he came for? I guess it does. Wasn't he looking into the insurance policy Marie's late husband set up? That's right, isn't it? Did he prove that she was trying to get away with fraud? No he didn't. No he didn't. Are you sure? You know why? Because she wasn't involved in any fraud to begin with. Oh, okay then. She'll get the money just like she deserves. I see. Dylan finishes talking and lurches off. He's got to go check his Discord. Okay. r/handyman. Let's go talk to Rachel. Time to give Rachel a call. Red Crown, how may I help you? It's me, what's up? Ed wants to speak to you. Can't wait. I'll hand you over. Hi, it's me. I've got some news courtesy of an old friend of mine at the LAPD. It's about the possibility of Condor having made a return to the scene. Sources within the LAPD seem to think that this is a warning in response to mayoral candidate Hugh Speck's planned campaign against organized crime. Warning? Yes, a blatant warning made by Nile. It's their way of saying that if the police choose to strike against them, they've got their own counterstrike, ready to be deployed. They're taking the bomb to Site B. D does too, Kyle. It's bad stuff. Hang on, why would Nile use the resurrection of Condor as a retaliation against the LAPD? It doesn't add up. An old friend of mine on that force once let slip that with regards to Nile, there's something the LAPD aren't letting on, and it concerns Condor. Whatever it is, they certainly don't want it made public. Ed, do you think there's any way you can get more information on that? They're gonna rush Pumpies up the middle, Hyde, and it's the pistol round. It's awful. Yeah. More? I suppose if there's any more to be had, it might be possible.
I've been unearthing some facts of my own, too. You have you? Listen, Ed, there was a guy 13 years ago who thought he discovered a link between Nile and Condor. He wound up dead, but a friend of his told me my dad may have been somehow involved. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Perhaps if I extend the next to include what Frank Raver was doing, we might get lucky. It'd be helpful. Condor, Nile, and now the LAPD. 25 years ago, the Scarlet Star disappeared at the same time my dad died. What the hell is connecting all these things?
And now it's 3 o'clock. Oof. 1 hour before the confrontation with Mags, which we will do next time. But, okay. Yeah, we're just popping in. So, yep, gonna save and close it down. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Much appreciated. So, we got like 1.5 chapters left, I think. So, I think we are gonna finish next time. Gonna be fun, but also gonna be sad because this was meant to be a trilogy, and we will never get the third game, maybe. I don't know. Hope springs eternal. So, yeah. We will see you next time. Same place, same time. For more Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. We'll see you then.